Live.
What is going on, everybody? Frankie here for the Bakersfield Gentleman with my brother Miguel here at Clubbers Lounge on this very hot day. Welcome to summer.
Yep. It feels like this is definitely the actual first day of summer. Ugh.
It does. It really, really does. We're in the triple digits. It is not fun whatsoever, but we've made it.
Hooray. This is what we've been waiting for. That's what we've been dreading, actually. And you know what? It came super late. We should have been here end of May, or middle of May even. So, not too much complaining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to have a month and a half of extra springtime basic weather
cannot
cannot be
be sad
bad.
about that. Yeah. Eduardo, sorry we're so late. Frankie was taking a sweet time. I don't even know what he was doing. Said research. I don't believe it.
I was doing some research on some stuff, guys. I apologize. We got a big announcement for those of you guys that are local, and then obviously PCA is coming up, and we were having some trouble getting our membership dues paid.
Yeah, that was
They
weird.
weren't the website. I guess a lot of people are waiting till the last minute to do it. So, we kept trying to submit the payment, and then I don't know if it like took the money out and then put it back or what it did, but it was taking forever to get our dues done. But we were able to get our dues all done, so that was pretty good. And we pay every year for our dues for the PCA to help out what they do and how they contribute to what we need done the cigar smokers here in the U.S. So can't wait to go. By this time next week, we should be in Vegas having a good time.
Yeah, I'm very excited. 1 week until we are there. Not even a week and a couple of hours technically, because nothing starts until the night of. But I don't care. I don't care about that one little
Oh,
bit. I am.
was
I
that
am.
not like
What last year? Like
pointing at the cutter? Like
could have just said
really?
something. You could have just said
I
something.
don't want to cut you off. You're on a
You
roll.
notice that there is this is an audio podcast as well. So
Correct.
you pointing at stuff does not help whatsoever.
It's not important.
Oh, so it's
It's
not
not
important.
germane.
So cigar cutters and a cigar podcast are not germane.
No,
So
they're
you're telling
not.
me now we have a tangent because you had to bring up the fact that you were pointing at something.
Hmm.
That's the problem. You just messed up the entire show.
No, that's
Hot
germane.
gents. Jeff, thank you so much, brother. It is very hot out here. But
I
that
got the
doesn't
tank
matter.
top on.
Back to my original point here. Nothing happens Friday at PCA.
I will interject and I will disagree. They actually were smart about it. You can stock up a lot of the same cigar because they hand them out, and they do some really damn good food.
Yeah.
The first year we
Oh,
went,
yeah.
they had this super thick cut prime rib asparagus and
Potatoes
garlic
or some.
cheese mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna eat because we already had eaten and we were smoking. I don't like to eat when I smoke, but when I saw how thick this shit was cut, I was like, "We're getting in line." But the only problem was they gave you plastic forks and knives,
It didn't
and I
work.
was like, "That does not work." So, um,
How you doing, brother? Checking in from Sweden. Appreciate
awesome.
it.
So yeah, the food is amazing. TPE earlier this year had some great food. They had prime rib and pork loin, and they had two lines. But I don't think people paid attention. Like one line was for the prime rib, one line was a pork for the steak medallions, and then one line
Yeah.
was for the pork loin.
Yeah.
But as soon as you got to the front where the carving station was, like, you'll have both. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just take it.
So
I do like. I think Anthony Bourdain would be really proud of how you described the food. The shit was cut thick. I believe you said.
yeah, that's his term.
Proper terms right
Thick
there.
cut shit.
Yeah. But you're not wrong at the same time. Every time the party is great. Really is fun.
And it's open bar that first night, which is awesome. So
Yeah.
I will say the first night is a really good way of getting you into the spirit of wanting to be there. And like I said, they do give away a few cigars. If you happen to wear a different shirt, put some glasses on, put a hat on, change up your look a little bit, you can go back in line and get them again.
Yeah. Pull a Costco switcheroo when you're at the free sample booths,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily they don't have to cook cigars, so they're just ready at all times.
I'm gonna do a little bit of sharing real quick, Mike, if you want to.
Do what you gotta do. Yes, again, but that Friday, as far as work goes, I believe there'll be a panel. Last time Fuente and I believe Padron put on a panel for the retailers on tasting cigars, and even them themselves, that the ones we brought aren't our best. This is just a tool to demonstrate what they were trying to teach the group. But those cigars themselves were still very limited because they're made just for that particular panel. So you got to treat either way, whether you thought it was your favorite cigar ever or it was absolutely terrible. Definitely gotta go for that exclusivity. So when is the East Coast live event? Man, we need to get back over there ASAP. I am so tired of not being over there. There's so many lounges I'm shown, so many people that I want to see. Um, PCA obviously is taking up a lot of time and effort right now, and that is justified because it's an amazing event. We get to see everybody, new stuff coming out, but there's got to be a time where I can finally make effort and make some space to get over to the East Coast again. I don't want to wait till December, but it looks like that's probably going to be the case for Cigar Heritage Festival at least. So that would be the best bet as of right now as far as East Coast anything goes. But if I can make it sooner, I would absolutely do that. Peter, brother, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you guys for understanding about Wednesday. The schedule got completely messed up. Some family stuff had to be had to be taken care of. So it just is what it is. It just family's got to come first sometimes. And then Tuesday, as we said, we had a special guest, but that wasn't able to happen because they are in another country, and we will see them in just a couple days' time, a week's time. So we will redo that one at PCA. I want to say we'll go live for it, but I don't want to promise that because the internet's not always the best inside of PCA or TP for that matter. Just these big buildings aren't designed for live streaming just yet, unless you can find a way to hook up directly to the internet. Or as TPE did, they did a really nice job and actually gave a connection for media. That was really awesome. And Amber, I apologize if yours hasn't gone out yet. We will take care of that ASAP. It's just been it's been a real hectic June, and it's does not slow down until right now, and even that is not slow down. It is that time of year where things move quicker than I know how to do. And Frankie basically just smoked cigars while I'm trying to work. Yeah.
Oh,
Does Sinistro go to PC? Absolutely, brother.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll be there.
They have they actually offered us part of their booth um for our cigars, which was really cool, James and Coleman. But I don't think we're quite ready. I mean, I'd like to sell more cigars, obviously, but I don't think we're at the point yet where we can start to fulfill that many cigars. I mean, yeah, we have cigars here in stock, but
Yeah.
it's more for you guys that watch the show or a few people that like our cigars that order online or whatever. You know, it's more for that group. I don't think we're at to the point where we want to um be inside of retail shops just yet. I mean,
Not only that, but retail shops on the other side of the country and stuff.
yeah, I mean, it would be really hard for us to get out there. Like, let's say someone in Florida bought our cigars and wants to come out for an event. It'd be really hard for us to do that. We don't want to not do that for them if they're supporters of our brand like you guys are. So,
Yeah.
it's gonna take a little while longer, definitely. And so, but that is our ultimate goal. So it is what it is. And I believe, as far as Amber's prize goes, when they scanned it, they saw that it was a picture of me just smoking a cigar, and so they kept it. And this happened like 4 or 5 times. It's autographed and everything. So it's just gonna.
I'm I'm gonna ignore that and go straight to these comments real quick. Richard, Alex, how you guys doing? Yes, Black Label and Dissident and the whole Ovea Negra group will be there with a really cool booth. It's not huge by any means, by the way. They don't like
To be medium sized booth.
yeah, they don't take up a bunch of room and like it's not it's I'm not saying that in a bad way, I'm saying in a good way, where it's not over the top and just just too big. That was a big problem that a lot of people were talking about is that PCA wasn't the problem, it was people pricing themselves out of PCA was the problem. And I can see what they meant. They went bigger and bigger, and at one point you kind of had to like, no, this is enough, so we can maintain the status quo symbol and take care of our customers. And they decided to just keep ramping up.
Archie, actually, we will not be drinking tequila on 4th of July. We'll be saving tequila for September 15th, Mexican Independence Day. So 4th of July, more than likely, I will smoke the CAO, which we are smoking right now also.
Different CAO,
but the different CAO, the American, or if I can get hold of the American from Jason Newman, or maybe one of the Liberty series from Camacho, which we have quite a few of, thanks to Jeremy. Also, thanks to Jeremy, today we have the CAO Consigliere,
yes,
which you cannot find anymore unless you have like someone who keeps these on stock because they do not make these anymore.
Well, that's exactly what we have.
Yep.
So be jealous. I apologize, Lorenzo. How you doing, brother? There was something else I wanted to say about PCA though. Oh goodness, I wanted to back up. About the booth size.
Okay, I was going to say the most important part, but go ahead.
Oh, take over this one.
Most important part for you guys, as I'm sure you guys were curious. Yes, we will be going to Carmine's, which is amazing. Making our way through the menu. You guys don't know what Carmine's is. It's a very authentic, very delicious Italian food restaurant, and serve everything like family style, so it's big portions, and it's absolutely delicious.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. It is
Back to you.
amazing. It is a very important meal because it's delicious and it's tradition now. It's only been tradition like I think 3 events in a row, but that's still 3 events.
But once we actually tried, it was recommended to us, but every time we went by, like nah, it looks busy, looks busy.
Well, Otis and Rich hit us about it first, yeah, and then it did look busy, but then again, we just didn't have to be lazy and put down our names. That's all we got to do, and then we finally did that, and I've kicked myself for all the times that we didn't go.
And now we've gone every time. Went for my birthday one year, and what we like to do is order something that we know we're gonna like, and then 1 or 2 plates of stuff that we want to try, so we can get through the whole menu.
Now we got to cut that back because that's too much.
Yeah, and every time we've gone, we've ordered too much. We've never been able to finish any of it.
Never.
So whether we go with a bunch of dudes or a group of people, it is really, really hard.
Isaiah, I'll message you after the show, but I've gotten that taken care of because he got on the shirt deal, if I remember.
Oh, the whiskey and
yeah. So that's
good
already
deal, bro.
That's different, yeah.
Good deal.
Prizes and orders are different.
Yeah, that's a good deal, bro. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that shirt. Very nice shirts. Glad we ran into those people.
Again, Work Hard Supply Company.
Yeah,
really cool guys. I hope you will check them out as well. Instagram.
Yep.
Check them out.
And then back to Carmine's real quick, not to make you guys more jealous, but they're like an authentic Italian. They don't use any cream or dairy in their sauces, so it's all like oils and tomatoes and whatnot. It's fantastic. It really is.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't think it might not be the best Italian restaurant in the whole world, but so. I love it. I'm not gonna stop.
If you think Olive Garden is good,
yes, Olive Garden indeed. No, what I was gonna say though, back to the actual PCA and the reason we go and the cigar sales and all that. No, we've been trying to take care of individuals first, just because we don't have the buying power to take care of shops. We don't want to start going into places and not having any way to take care of orders later on because we're not big enough to jump any lines. We're not big enough to place orders above what we already do. And if everything went amazingly well and we sold out, that'd be incredible. But then we would be stuck in that position for 2, 3, maybe 4 months. And that is way too long to let any of the shops go without. So to set up a booth at PCA, I think a lot of guys talked about this, and a lot of the more seasoned companies were talking about this. They didn't go to their first PCA for the first 3-4 years,
right?
Maybe 5 years of selling cigars. So they took care of the local places first. All the ones you could drive to yourself, hit those up. You know, for us that would be all in Bakersfield, probably Fresno.
Again, I do a 4-hour thing, north, south, east. Well, not west, because west is 2 hours on here in the ocean, but
still counts.
Yeah. So as far north as we would go would be like Merced. I think that's like 3.5 hours north.
Yeah.
Maybe Folsom.
That would be
Sacramento's about 5 hours, so maybe Sacramento. South, probably all the way to the border, because San Diego's 4 hours. Now another 45 minutes, you're at the border. So
there's just so much in that area.
And then east, Havasu, Reno, Vegas, obviously, Phoenix, Tucson, the kind of those places.
Yeah. So just that bubble, which again, being Bakersfield, we're located in a very centrally located bubble of people, and it might not be the biggest or the most profitable margins here in Bakersfield itself, but the people around us are wonderful and supportive still as well, and we can grow quite well there. You're big enough to don't know who I am, Card, whenever you go to PCA, Frightmare. No, I don't know about that. Strip club, maybe. Walmart, also a maybe. I don't think Frightmare or PCA would do that. I've been approached at plenty of PCAs, like, oh, I like your guys' show and whatnot, which is great. It feels great. But I still would not fault anything for like, well, not everybody in the industry really uses social media the new way a lot of companies are doing.
Well, you were just on the other day with
Oh, it was Bill Ragon and
yeah,
a couple other guys.
and then the one guy you're on with, he had never seen our show before, didn't know who we were. It's like awesome. Let us tell you about ourselves so you can watch the show. And there's a new subscriber.
Yeah, there was 1 out of 9 guys. So I thought that was a pretty good ratio that we're getting the word out there. And then that 9th guy we get to talk to, like you said, it's great experience. I thought Biden was allocating some funds for you to roll some more cigars. That is probably not going to happen. I do know some of his plans are not going through; they're getting struck down, and he's really trying to save that queen right now. So,
I mean, we told him and Newsom, hey, we're dreamers too, bro. Let us get some money.
It's the wrong kind of dream, apparently. Whatever. I'm not hurt.
So, were you born here? Oh yeah. Were your parents born here? Yeah. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
So back to the cigar. The CAO Consigliere, I believe, is no longer in production. If what Jeremy was trying to tell us is right. Simple band, two fingers wrap around with a CAO shield in the middle in red, and it's on black.
We've got a Brazilian wrapper over a Honduran binder, Colombian, Dominican, and Nicaraguan fillers. So that's a 3-country blend over some
Colombian, huh?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had a cigar that had Colombian in it.
And I can also not remember why it's called CAO. I forgot the guy's name. It's for his name. It's I believe like either Caesar. I think it's Caesar A. Ortiz. I believe something like that. But it's the initials for himself. Which actually worked really. I think CAO is a great sounding name for a company. So either he was thinking about that ahead of time, or his family was, or it just worked out perfectly.
What? You don't know who I am? Get away from me, peasants. Wow.
These cigars. I finally tried the cannoli from Amendola. It was great. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. I think you're going to find out you're going to like a lot of Amendola stuff, especially the collaboration they did with Martinez. If you are an earthier cigar guy, both companies are going to be, right up your alley.
Yeah.
Both have wonderful stories to them, especially Martinez. Just the history of them in New York. I think we got to get them on again. I think we've had them on before, if I remember correctly. It's been a minute, but to tell their experience and having the rollers in the back, teaching others how to do it, and keeping that tradition and that art form alive in the States, because you see that in Florida like all the time. But are you seeing that in New York? Are you seeing that anywhere on the West Coast? Not really.
I will say I just retrohaled and it was a little spicy for me. That's why I was making a weird face right now, guys. So just a heads up. I'm gonna try it again in a little bit, see if it calms down a bit after that spice. Because I'm not getting a lot of spice on the cigar when I'm smoking it. It just on the retrohale I got some. So I have to wait and see on that one. Let's see if it calms down a bit.
I think I might let it open up a little more before I go for a retro then too. My gosh. But that's okay. Because not everything. I don't retro all my cigars, honestly, because some of them do burn like nobody's business. And then some have such an easy retro. I would say a lot of our Pariah, even being the San Andreas that it is, are pretty easy retros. And I'm not alone on that because Brian, who watches quite regularly, I think a couple of you guys might have said it as well, have given the same feedback, and I really appreciate that. That the retro is not harsh. Some cigars just have a harsh retro.
Yeah.
Just is what it is.
And Richard, not to cut off your question here, but this is back to Archie's question about what we were going to be drinking. Probably some American bourbon.
I was thinking Jack Daniels. Something. There's not much more American than that, and I'm talking original 7. Not nothing fancy.
Well, I mean, some Johnny Walker.
Scotch.
Scotch would be probably pretty American, or some
Whistle
Crown
Pig.
Royal Canadian whiskey,
or Whistle Pig Canadian whiskey. That's what I was about.
Or some Proper 12 Irish whiskey.
Damn it! What's the name? Habaiku or something. Damn it! I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Japanese whiskey.
Oh, that's pretty American.
That's as American as it gets right there. But let's not forget, you can also do MD 2020. So as American as it gets.
Might as well have some Four Locos while you're at it.
I smoke. Oh, you could do that too. That's very American. Jeff, I smoked a cigar every night. I was up fishing with my son, and he smoked his pipe. All right, what kind of pipe tobacco does he go for?
What kind of fish were you after?
That's a good question too, right there. I'm not gonna say I know all of them. I definitely do not, but I'm always curious to hear the blends that they make for themselves and whatnot, and why they do what they do. Looking for something that's a little lighter but with a lot of aromatic, or looking for something heavier but they need some sweet, so they had something chocolatey in there.
And are you guys anglers or you guys fish?
Good question. I bought 2 American Dreams and had my guide smoke it, and he thoroughly enjoyed it. There we go. I like where your head's at.
Mm-hmm. Now the difference between people that fish and anglers, people that fish, they just go out, they cast, they just relax, have a good time. Anglers are out there gunning for stuff.
That slow little
Brown trout and rainbow trout. Okay.
delicious.
And that's something that I will say for myself is I'm more of a fisherman. I have never been one to be like, okay, it's mahi mahi season. We got to get this bait and hit these waters, and at this depth we'll have whatever. And it's like, yeah, that's not me. I'm gonna go in the ocean. I'm gonna pray there's some fish around here and drop a line in and see what comes up. I've never been able to be like, oh yeah, we're trout fishing, or we're bass fishing, or we're this fishing, or we're that fishing. I mean,
just go for it.
If we go on the boat, we go deep sea fishing. I know we're gonna catch some sea bass. I know we're gonna catch some sheep's head, some rockfish, definitely some rockfish, maybe a snapper or two, a couple sharks, stingrays, whatever. Maybe a tuna if we're lucky. Maybe a sailfish if we're lucky.
I'd say the stingray was lucky. That was weird to see. I was not expecting that. Mm-hmm. But how long? I forget what's her name, but was fighting it, and it's like, God, how big of a fish it? Oh, that's not just a fish. And the coming out of the water just looked like a crazy monster, majestic. And I loved it. Yeah, absolutely. It must have been at least like 3 feet across, maybe 3.5. Did she keep? I don't think she kept it. Did she?
Yeah, she kept it.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. I didn't get any. I know that for
that
sure.
Up.
I didn't eat any, so I'm a little disappointed in myself. I should ask for some.
But I do enjoy deep sea fishing. I have not been in a while, and I miss it. There's nothing like throwing out that first cast and really up your first fish.
Get you some Coors Light. Richard said Coors Light, a bottle of Jim Beam, a pack of Marlboro Reds, and some fireworks, and have a totally American weekend. Got to have that. I would say a McDonald's cheeseburger. Mm-hmm. That's got to be the most American one, I would say. And apple pie. Yeah, an apple pie encased in hamburgers. Boom.
Now, I have boycotted buying fireworks. Unfortunately, here in California, we can't get the good ones. I mean, you can, but you're not supposed to. And I always try to support either Miguel's old high school, or like the Boys and Girls Club, or good one of the stands that has a good cause behind it. So, I'll buy a couple $100 worth, which I don't do anymore. One year they had these like clear backpacks that had like 20 or 30 smaller fireworks in them for the kids, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll buy that for the kids. Bought each one of them that, plus a bunch of other bigger ones like finales and whatnot. Sparklers, because I love sparklers.
Finales, quote unquote.
And we lit them, and the kids were like, yeah, because everybody behind us was lighting the illegal ones, and since they didn't really pay attention to the ones I was doing, I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not buying them anymore. I'll buy $20 worth of sparklers, and I'll have fun with them, but that's it. I'm done. So I haven't bought fireworks in 5 years.
I told you.
I just buy the sparklers, and I'll buy the snakes if I can ever find those.
I like those. Killer bees are fun once in a while, but there's no need to buy this exuberant amount of non-fireworks from the fireworks stands, because people still have the mortars here nonstop, popping off everywhere you look. You just turn to different sides of the sky and you're gonna see it. Did we ever find the video of that one where it went off, the computer glitched and all the fireworks went off at once?
Oh yeah,
I gotta find that video. If you can find it, send it to me on Facebook and I'll put it up, because that was intense. But we bought a boatload of fireworks in Wyoming. See, there you go, actual fireworks, not these pink diamond and the what the hell, barrel of monkeys or some barrel of endings or something, where just little things. Just a bunch of sparklers inside of a box, and they go off at different times. Really cool how they design it, and definitely cool to look at, but nothing compared when you have all those others that are in the sky. You have thrown off the Roman candles and whatever else they might have. It's just hard to compete. It's very hard to compete. But this year, being on a believe it's a Tuesday, right? 4th of July is on
Yup.
Tuesday. What do you guys have planned for it? Like, is there going to be a lot less going on? I think that's the case over here because it's just more difficult to justify going out and doing things when it's friggin' oh gosh, and it's gonna mess up again. There we go. I'll get it.
I plan on eating cheeseburger, hot dogs, having some cigars, some refreshing drinks, and being in the pool and just staying in the pool.
That's a good plan. Don't forget the good old fashioned firecracker. I started real quick. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that up so you guys can see this. Do you remember where this is at? Did you see on the 7,000 fireworks go off at once because computer malfunction? So we'll put that on screen. This is a wonderful display of fire. Pretty good. Woo! Awesome. It looks cool to me still. 7,000 fireworks.
This is insane.
This is the best fireworks show ever.
I'm done. I'm going.
That was perfect.
Look at that. People loved it. I loved it. I know they probably paid for a lot longer a show, but that you're not going to forget that one.
Hey, if you're in a rush, you gotta get them all done at one time. No better way. There you go.
Yeah, I remember almost nothing about the fireworks shows as a kid.
I remember 2 distinct places we would watch fireworks.
Oh, no, where? Yeah.
So the first one, it was also my favorite, is you would go park at the Crown Plaza parking structure, and they would do them on the beach. That was by far the best one. My mom would make food, sandwiches and stuff, or burritos, whatever, and that would be that. The second place that we'd watch fireworks that they did, which was a really good job, was at Ventura College. There it was like first come, first serve. You grab your blanket and your chairs, and you weren't allowed to bring any tents because they said no obstructing other people's views. And you stake your spot, and that's it. They had food vendors, and stuff. But we'd always bring KFC. I don't know why. It always was KFC.
It was KFC.
And it was always delicious. And again, another fireworks show. That was really cool. And yeah, that was the 2 places in Ventura that we'd watch fireworks.
I remember going to. I don't remember the shows themselves. I just remember them showing the crossing of the Delaware in lit up fireworks. Not in the air, but just like a outline, I guess, in fireworks.
Mhm.
That's just was what it was right there. I just stay home as a war zone here with fire. Yeah, no, it really is everywhere now. Like, this is terrible, but during the pandemic, people were buying them like nonstop and lighting them off for like 6 months,
Like the
being stuck
purge.
at home. Yeah, and it was like that's not where I think this stimulus we're supposed to go, but they definitely did. Part of it definitely did, at least in our area.
Yeah, definitely. So same thing here. After we're done with the family stuff, come here to the club for end of the night cigar, and they're still going off till like 1 a.m. And here in Bakersfield, you can light cigars. You can light fireworks twice a year. 4th of July, and New Year's.
3 times. Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know about.
For
Christmas.
some reason, it's Christmas too. Yeah.
New one to me.
That makes no sense to me, but that's what I remember seeing. There's 3 days a year: Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July. And I guess Christmas and New Year's are a little safer because a little less dry, a little less wildfires. 4th of July, I don't remember seeing any huge fires in town, but I'm sure
they take a lot of precautions when it comes to how they do the display, where they do the display. How they set it up, who's on
permits
standby.
for who's allowed to. Because there's one at Riverwalk, which I think we got to go watch that from. Spoiler alert, guys! Probably the greatest gas station in town. Over is it? It's not a Sinclair's. It's oh man, what the heck's it called? It's got the best slushies in town.
Oh shoot, I don't remember.
You know what I'm talking about? Samco.
Yeah.
Samco. They've got
Carvel.
decent size cabinet humidor, walk-in beer cave, and a lot of liquor in the back. So if you need something you forgot, you're gonna find it there probably. And then for some reason they have a by the pound mix and match your own candy dispenser.
Yep.
So when the foreign exchange students here were like, we took them there and they can go shopping at a gas station. That was America in a nutshell right there. Oh man. It's not 4th of July without the backup Terry video. Oh my gosh. I should find that one too.
I'm already on it. It is sent.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let me get this. Got it. Pause. Sorry, people. Another video because that is a very true statement right there. And I don't know if we're gonna have time to do a Monday show for sure, or at least probably not a Wednesday show because we're getting so close to PCA. But if we do end up doing Monday, there'll probably be more fireworks videos just to celebrate something awesome.
Very true.
Make sure we're out of the way on our screen. Yep, there we go.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord. Lord, jeez. Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez. What you doing, Terry? Terry, what you doing?
You get it. Oh, hey, Mike, happy Friday to you. Oh my gosh. But that's again, that's just as American as it gets, I think. You know, we tend to do things to the beat of our own drum, and that doesn't always work out because I know I've messed up like that before. Usually not with fire or fireworks, but other things that can hurt you. Battery acid, falling into lakes, you know, stuff like that. But we've all had that experience that Terry had there. Just luckily, most of us have not been caught on camera while it's happening. CEO America is good with a Bloody Mary for me. Bloody Marys are just not my thing. I actually had one last night with Lauren, or it was a michelada, not a Bloody Mary, but still, tomato-based drinks. I gotta find the right ones because that one was a bit spicy and a lot more lime to it, and I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah. So it was again heavier on the spice, definitely heavier on the lime, and it was a lot more my speed. I think you just need a little more ice, and it'd been perfect.
Jeff, which Stillwell Star did you have? Each blend contains a different type of pipe tobacco.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see which one you had and what your thoughts were on it. I believe they make 4 different blends.
I think it's up to 6 now.
Oh wow!
The ones originally it was the Bayou, the Navy, the Aromatic, and the 84 or another number. I might be wrong. Maybe the 94, something like that. But there was the 4, and then there was 2 more that were released later on that I have not tried.
That's right.
And not for lack of want. I definitely will get to it sooner or later. I think they're very interesting cigars. I think just California is a little rough for them because the price point tends to have to be higher because of the kind of tobacco they're using and the situation. No, Peter, not today. We're going to wait till after PCA for that. Just kind of double up in July. Again, this has not been a great month as far as
might get
schedules
better
of it.
prizes too, so stand by.
Yeah, that's kind of the hope right there. There's only a couple of bartenders?
Yeah.
That make a Bloody Mary that I'll drink. So I'm with Richard on that one. It's very, very specific and it's very rare. I'm even in the mood for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be in the mood.
Yeah, I've never got that as like a breakfast drink or whatever, you know. I gotta say I'm not. But then again, I'm not a big fan of tomatoes, so you know, I don't get them in my burgers. I don't really like them in my tacos or burritos. Yeah.
It is what it is. The 12732 and 1056, and then the holiday one. So they're all numbered. I just remember them as the Bayou, the Navy, the Aromatic, and then the last, and then another number. Man, I have to go back and look at my notes then because I don't know all the numbers to correlate with which cigar. But I know talking to him, we were talking about, okay, this one's going to be more Navy flakes, be a little stronger on this blend. And he tried to explain pipe tobacco to someone who was clearly unversed in pipe tobacco. So Saka did a really good job in the moment. I probably just need to hold on to them. So they all have names as well. Okay, good. And the one we sent you, so that would probably have been the Aromatic because I smoked my Navy ones. I'm not gonna lie, I was selfish with them. Kept them both. That's another thing. We don't get a whole lot of samples, like as far as the same. It's numbers spread, not not vertically.
Yeah.
So when we try to get one on the camera before we give one away.
I will say I gave most of mine away. Not because I don't like soccer stuff. I do. I'm a big fan of this stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just not that well versed with pipe tobacco. So I'd rather have the opinion of someone who does smoke a pipe, what they thought of it, how it was constructed, how it smoked, how it tasted, to remind them of that. And so I was at the shop one time. This guy was smoking a cigar. I was like, hey, or smoking pipe.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, do you smoke cigars? He was like, yeah, every once in a while. Like, about for the pipe. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave some cigars here for you. So next time you come, just ask for them. And so he did, and he absolutely loved them. So that was really cool to see.
And that's same for Jeffrey. They say he loved it. Another name for infused. And you know what? I'm going to be on record. I've said this so many times before. There are some good infused cigars out there. It might not be your thing, but if you're willing to give them a try once in a while, you might be surprised that you find something that you really do like. I like energy drinks from time to time. They don't nothing natural tasting about those fuckers. Don't get me wrong. But once in a while, I want one. Or a cherry flavored slushy is not really cherry flavored, right? There's no cherry in the
stars
world.
over your words on the.
Really? When I said
funny. Yeah,
effer,
that's funny.
mother fricker. Let's see if it does it again. I'm looking. Come on.
You get a bit of delay.
No, it says fricker on there. Wow. Okay, they're really good at that. Getting better. But back to Eduardo real quick. Thank you so much. The aromatic, the English, the Bayou, and the Navy. The English was the one I was forgetting.
English
the name
is the one
of.
I was forgetting.
Yeah. Okay, and that makes it look even worse on us because that's probably one of the most important tobaccos to blend with your pipe tobacco blends. Because for those again like us who might not dabble in that world, I've been explained that you make your own blends to fit your smoking needs. So whether you like straight up Navy flake or English blend, you can add other stuff to those to make it exactly your tobacco that you want to smoke. And that when it also goes into needing different pipes for different blends because some of them are a lot sweeter, some of them are stickier, some are drier. It's a whole lot more to learn, and for good reason. I think that's an awesome thing. You can customize what you want exactly how you want it. But I don't need to do that. They did it for me right here. It's already in my hand.
Exactly. That's my point exactly. That's the way I feel about it too. All right, guys. With that being said, I think we're like at 40 minutes, so we're gonna call it now. We still have a lot to do before PCA. But one quick announcement: if you guys are in the Bakersfield area or can be in the Bakersfield area, July 21st, Pariah Cigars is having their very first in-store event with cigars and more. We're really excited about this. This was a long time coming. We really wanted to do an event with the shop, but timing was always an issue. So finally worked out a day, and we're going to be doing it on the 21st of July. That'll be from 3 to close. So if you guys want to come by, support the brand a little bit, support us. It'd be a really big help. It'd be really awesome, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We'll probably do a live show from the shop. So it won't be that Friday. We won't do one. We'll just have it from the shop. Other than that, Mike.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, definitely remember that. Hope you guys can make it into town if you are close by. Real quick, one more. What do you call it? Have you tried the Viva La Vida Diadem? Yes, the Diademus is some wonderful stuff. All the sizes.
Got a whole box of them down there.
Unopened or open but not picked out yet. One day only cigars and more become strippers and more. I believe we could bring some, but they will be the C tier group. So I apologize. You're gonna want to pay them to keep close on. Anyway,
and I don't know if I've been smoking fast, and I don't think I have, but just with the cigar right there, I feel tremendous heat all along my fingers.
Let me see. I can't really. So you're already the burn line is much above the band, maybe halfway through, and your fingers are definitely underneath the band right now.
Yeah, and I am feeling tons of heat.
That's crazy. I'm not
getting. It almost hurt.
I'm quite a bit behind you, but I'm not getting any heat that far down. So that's something to say about that. So the consigliere, keep in mind, maybe smoke a little slower out there, guys. And that's all I got.
Yep. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys soon.